hello, hello.
Testing, test, test.
Yep,
All good?
Yep.
All right.
control and catching the fire. Please guys, can we shake hands and now before we do that, let me just remember Lydia, who's standing right next to me, who would like to do her acknowledgement to country.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Lydia. I'm a Ngambuliri Garnanaranga woman. My family's from Mountain Country, near Daly River, here in the Northern Territory, and Lumside. And on the other side, I'm a Garnanaranga woman from South Australia. I'd like to pay respects to the traditional custodians of the land on which we're meeting today, the Larrakia people, and pay respects to Larrakia elders, past, present, and our future emerging generations, and extend that respect to other Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people here this morning. Thank you.
That's the second one. Thank you. Yeah, guys, come on. Get ready. I'll warm up now. Yeah, switch it. Warm up there. Yeah, switch it. It's you, it's in you, he's in you. It's all up in your circuit, too. Now, what's this?
Lots of south.
Good morning and welcome to Palmerston Recreation Center, where we see the hometown Darwin Salties taking on the Red Dust Healers. We still are in the NT, but just a bit of a venue change than in our normal. My name is Fred Williams. I'm joined by Fiona Husser. How you doing today, Fiona?
Yeah, it's a great day out in Palmerston. There's a lot of hype and a lot of excitement. So yeah, it's really good to see a game out here in the region, if you like. Not too far from Darwin, but still bringing a different crowd in.
Yeah, I mean, it's only really a 20-minute drive up the road, and I think most people don't even realize there are 2 basketball stadiums in the NT. So yeah, it is really good that we can get some of this community engagement out here in the region of Palmerston with the Darwin Salties. You know, they try and make sure they touch as many parts as they can in the NT while they're here, and like you said, Fiona, it's really good to see them get over here in this Palmerston area.
Yeah, and really fantastic to see the wheelchair team out here. Again, there's a lot of people who wouldn't have had exposure to this kind of sport directly. So, you know, they can come and see the action in person and get that first-hand sort of inspiration from these players.
Yeah, well, we're about 30 seconds before we're going to see a tip-off. So this is game 2 in the triple-header action in this last round. So next week does kick off finals for the National Wheelchair League. But we see this Salties team, they are a bit comfortable in second place. Yesterday they did play the game 1, and I think it was maybe a 50 or 60-point game, but I wouldn't count Red Dust out. They do have some really good basketball players on this team. You know, Cam Message, I know we were talking about him earlier. He's an ex-Olympian. I know a bit of a veteran, but he did some good things for Red Dust yesterday. Sabri, who's their import. Lachlan Dalton, also a young gun for him. So I do think they have some talent, and they will push the Salties this morning.
Yeah, and it'll be great to see a veteran like Campbell, you know, really leading the team, because that's, you know, apart from the skills and techniques, just having that knowledge and experience, you know, really resonates with the team and helps them come together. So I'm excited to see how that works today.
Yeah, we've got our 3 Olympians on this team, so you know they're going to continue to use this to prepare, you know, represent Australia in a couple of weeks, but I know they have their sights on a back-to-back national championship, so they'll try and take care of business today, starting with this game as we see Sabri and Jalen getting ready for the tip-off. Yeah,
bit of a chat before it all starts. Obviously, these players know each other well over the years, and it's nice to see that good camaraderie between them as well as being obviously super competitive.
Yeah. I mean, they Red Dust called in and asked to get an extra shoot around. And we said, you got to be next to the Salties. And they said, oh, we're all friends. It's all good. So you're just right. They are good friends as the Salties control that opening tip. We see Jalen Brown getting right to it and getting an easy 2 points to give the Salties an opening lead. So it does seem, and especially yesterday, Jalen seems to be finding his form. He's getting stronger. He's such a young talent. So it'll be very exciting to see him to continue to grow throughout this season into the Olympic play. As Campbell Message can't get that one to go, Jalen pushes his out. Kicks it right over to Jonty. Oh, Jonty finds his shot. Gets blocked. We're going to get a foul, shooting 2.
It's interesting, we were just talking about the Olympics before, you know, the physicality and the reffing in the Olympics is so interesting compared to how we're used to seeing it, and I'll be interested to see how it goes with the Paralympics as well.
Yeah, I think I've seen a lot of things on social media about the NBA adopting more of the FIBA rules because they do find it to be a little more entertaining. It is a very physical game. But I think that evens the playing field, you know. If everybody's playing by the same rules, hey, fair game. As Yana kicks it over to Jalen, Time's going to set it up at the top. That shot clock's getting late, though. Johnson's going to have to make a decision quick. He does find a cutting Jalen, and we're going to get a 3-second call right there on Sammy White. He was camped out just a little bit too long.
Yeah, you're right there, though. Jalen's really looking comfortable, isn't he? Like,
Oh, man, yesterday is when I really noticed it. He and Tom. Tom hit, I think, 5 threes yesterday. So, you know, I get the pleasure of seeing them with their extra trainings, getting ready for the Olympics. So I'm sure those things are helping out as we're going to get an offensive foul right there on Sabri Benzetti. Puts Yannick to the floor, but, you know, he's a strong man, so he get himself back up. And a continuing play. I think we're just going to make sure the floor isn't wet.
looking for some scissors.
Like I said, Yannick is a strong man. He said he's his own scissors.
It's a very can-do attitude, isn't it? It's like the players are sorting it out.
Yannick is going to kick it over to Tom. Tom's going to shoot a three, and I'm telling you, this guy's still hot from yesterday. Knocking that three down. He shot it with so much confidence, too, with a hand in his face, contact. Just a testament to their training. This Mitchell Bond is going to line up a two for the Red Dust Healers. Can't get that to go. Big rebound for Jalen. He's going to kick it up to John T. Just corrals it, finds his spot, and gets another two to go for the Salties as they're going to take a big lead to start this game off 8-0.
Yeah, they're always looking for that long pass on the baseline, aren't they? And they've managed to score off it quite a few times. So it's a good technique, and yeah, it's always good to look up the court.
Yeah, Sabri is doing some really good ball handling right now. Yesterday, again, man, he was really good handling the ball. His ability to move in the chair as he sets a great screen from Lachlan Dalton right there. And there's Lachlan. Can't get that to go, but that's a good look. And just as you said, the Salties are going to get out run. There's time to Yannick. Yannick's going to get a two for himself. And there we go. Yeah, this pace is a really good pace for the Salties, and they do pressure the ball. I do think they're motivated to get some of their rotational players in. You know, Weston came in yesterday and did some good things, so I know he's going to be raring to go. Same with Melissa. This Campbell Message is going to take care of the ball handling duties right now for the Red Dust Healers. Kicks it over to Mitchell Bond. Mitch finds Lachlan. Tom gets a tip, and that is going to be out of bounds. And a shot clock violation. Darwin Salty's ball.
Yeah, so it's a combination of the shot clock winding down and the defense, and yeah, it's something to battle, that's for sure.
This Red Dust make two subs. Ryan Moritz checking into the game, and I believe that's Isabel Martin. Isabel Martin into the game, and she's checking time. Time finds a cutting Sammy, and Sammy's going to get his first two to go. Salty's looking really comfortable early on as Ryan Moore just bringing the ball at the court, kicks it over to Sabri Benzetti. Sabri gets fouled right there by Sammy White. Since he has a conversation with Ryan, I think they're going to try and work out a way to get each other open right here. So get an inbound to Mitchell Bond. He kicks it right back over to Philip Turner. Philip gets a screen from Sabri. Gets stopped. And we're going to get another offensive foul. That one is going to be on Isabel Martin.
Yeah, this is where the screens really come in to play with this sort of defense and trying to get around those chairs. And obviously the Salties are ready for it, but you can see that's what the Red Dust are really working towards.
As Jonty was doing a good job up there setting the screens, and Tom can't get that three to go, but gets his own rebound, kicks it over to Jalen. Jalen's going to set the offense for the Salties, but they're getting late in the shot clock. Finds Sammy underneath. Sammy can't get that ball out. It's going to be a jump ball. Red Dust ball. That was great defensive effort right there by the Healers. Now they've just got to turn this into some points. You know, they haven't found the scoreboard yet, but as you can see, they're starting to get a little more comfortable in this game. So Ryan Morris gets a big pass down to Mitchell Bond. Mitch kicks it over to Sabri. Now Sabri's going to try and get to work on Jalen. Gets a good screen right there from Phillip Turner. He still can't find anything. He's getting late in the shot clock. He tries to attack that gap, but gets it tipped out. It's a good defensive effort right there by the Salties. Tom is saying he's going to say he needs a sub, but I don't think they're going to let him get out.
See Coach Ivo there on the sideline, not looking 100%, but it's good that he's able to come along even if he's not well.
Yeah. I mean, he completely missed the game yesterday. But like you said, Fiona, good to see him out today. I do know he would much rather miss this week than next week. But, you know, like you said, he's looking a little bit better. At least he's on 2 feet today. Yeah. As the Salties get another 2 to go, increasing that lead to 14-0 now. The Healers aren't out of it. Like I said, they've made some good plays. They've had some opportunities, just haven't been able to as they miss an opportunity there. And like I said, the Healers have had some chances. They just haven't been able to capitalize on those opportunities just yet.
Yeah, and I think that's the benefit of having these rounds where they play 3 games in a row against each other. You know, they can start to work out how the defense is working, what their offensive plays are, you know, how each team, where their weaknesses are, how to mismatch and match up. And so you can see even in that amount of time that you know, they were doing different things and they were starting to work. And like you said, that was a good pass, a great cut, and just didn't happen. But yeah, you can really see them working on it.
Yeah, I know Red Dust, the record isn't that great, but if you go and look at some of their scores, they're close against so many teams. They're just, you know, just missing that last little piece to put them over the edge. But, you know, they're no slouch, and I do think this time out of this, I think they, like you said, Fiona, they've probably got some good strategies set up, you know, to try and get on the scoreboard and really push the Salties team. And then obviously you have the Salties on the other end who do want to continue their rhythm, keep that momentum going into the finals next week. So they will continue to push and push.
So what happens with the finals, Fred? Where are they?
So at the moment, Salties are in second. I believe we've got Perth in first place. We're in second, and then Wollongong's in third. I do think some of that will shake up after this weekend, but I am told as long as we win today, we will finish in second at least. So I think Salties are very locked in on taking care of this game, and I think that's why they have this big lead to start.
Yeah.
As Tom finds a cutting Yannick. That was a great pass. Yannick gets fouled. He's going to go to the line shooting 2. What a dime from Tom O'Neill-Thorne right there.
Yeah, it's laser point accuracy he's passing.
I mean, he has, like I said, watching him train and seeing it translate now. I mean, he had 22 and 10 yesterday, and I shorted him. He was 6 for 7 from the three-point line. I said he only hit 5 yesterday. Sorry, Tom. It was 6.
Yannick's hit both his foul shots, so it's pushed him ahead a bit more.
There's Lachlan Don. Like I said, he did some good things for Healers yesterday, so it'd be good to see him get involved in this offense. So it looks like they're trying to free up Sabri, but Lachlan is still getting to the rim. And there's Sabri with an opportunity, kicks it over to Ryan Morge. Ryan hit this shot yesterday a couple of times. It's a good look, but can't get that one to go.
That was a nice play there, though. You know, really spread out across the floor and use the whole court.
Yeah, after that timeout, like I said, that looked good. As Jalen's going to get right over the front of the rim and get 2 points to go. And here come the Healers, still yet to find the scoreboard. And this press from the Salties is dangerous. Yesterday they threw it on, and that's when the game really kind of to take its course as Yannick gets that 2 to go, and they're going to keep this pressure up. You know, I think it keeps him fit, keeps him engaged as they get another steal. They find Johnson cutting. Can't get that 2 to go. Gets his own rebound. Kicks it over to Tom. Tom to Jalen. Jalen's going to set the offense up. Big screen right there from Johnson. Finds Yannick on that baseline. 2. Can't get it to go. And here comes Sabri and the Red Dust Healers. Kicks it over to Lachlan Dalton. Dalton tries to get it over here to Kane Downey. He's unable to. We're gonna get Will Crooks coming in for the first time today. In for Tom O'Neill Thorne.
And we've got Tashir Evans. No, yep, just subbed in for the Healers as well.
Here's Jalen down the middle of the floor, finds his spot again and gets it to go off the glass. Increasing that lead to 23 for the Darwin Salties. Lachlan Dalton, some good ball handling right now. Look like he's finding the gaps pretty good. Gets a great screen from Ryan Morich. Kicks it over to Kane. Kane back to Sabri. Sabri in the middle. He gets fouled. That one's going to be on the floor, though. Still Healers' ball.
Just on the inbound pass there rather than the shot, so no free shots. It was looking really good, though.
Yeah, look, they've had some chances. Like I said, they're getting space. They're finding the good cuts. They just got to capitalize. There's Kane Downey finding his spot. There's a 2. Can't get that one to go. Big rebound from John T. Brown. And here come the Darwin Salties. Pushing it up fast. Jalen Brown on the right side. Finds a cutting Yannick. Yannick to Will. Will back to Jalen. Jalen's going to set the offense. That shot clock's under 10. Finds Will cutting. 2 points, but that's going to be an offensive foul. Yep. So no shot. Offensive foul. Healers ball. They got that one on Will.
It's quite good. We can hear what the coach is saying down here, which is sort of handy. We won't repeat everything that we hear. Might give the game away, but yeah.
But his message right then was no more fouls, which I think is fair enough.
Yeah. That's coming from the Salties assistant coach, Jason Bryant.
Sabri finds a gap. Oh, sets a shot up. Fade away. Can't get that one to go, but that's almost down.
That technique is so cool. Going back on one wheel like that. How good is that balance?
Balance, core strength. As Jalen tries to get to a gap, we're going to get a foul right there. And they called that one on Lachlan Dalton. Just going to send Jalen to the line, shooting 2. Jalen gets that first one to go. And number 2. Increasing that lead to 24 with just 2.5 remaining in this first quarter. And they're going to keep this press on. Like I said, the Salties have to stay engaged, and I think this is a good way to do it. It's going to push them, and it's going to push the Healers, make them really work for all of their buckets. So Ryan Morris finds a gap, kicks it over to Sabri. Sabri looking for Lachlan Dalton, who's trying to set up at the top. He gets it to a good spot. Mid-range pull-up, can't get that one to go. And there's a rebound for Jaylen Brown. Here come the Salties. Big push. So trying to find space. Jalen kicks it over to Sammy. Sammy to Johnson, who gets a screen from Yannick. Yannick with the screen and roll layup. Can't get it to go, Yannick. And the Healers with an opportunity. They got some players moving. Yep, they got transition. They got numbers. Here's Sabri trying to find the corner, but he can't. Kicks it back over to Ryan Morich. Ryan kicks it up to Shai. She takes a three. Can't get that one to go. And here comes Jalen and the Salties. Big screen from Will Crooks right there. As Jalen sets the offense. Kicks it over to Will. Will's going to set a screen for John T. John T's getting it a little bit late in the shot clock. Kicks it back over to Jalen. Jalen's going to have to try and make a play. Right up here to John T. Three for John T. Good.
Right on the shot clock.
And the Salties are really finding a good rhythm right now. So you get a good screen right there from Lachlan Dalton. It's freeing up Sabri, and this is going to be the Healers' first 2 points of the game. Sabri Benzetti.
Wasn't going to let that opportunity go.
Yeah, and it's good to see it. I think they have had some chances like that, and it's good to see him finally get 2 to go in. As John T finds some space, he kicks it over to Will. Will's getting late in the shot clock here. He's going to have to fire it up. There's 2, can't get it to go. Good tap, rebound from Sammy, but he can't get it to go. And here's Lachlan Dalton, 25 seconds left. Moritz is kicking it up to Sabri. Sabri's going to try and get another opportunity at the rim, and that's going to be a foul on Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, it was the hands first, then the wheels. Big clash.
But again, the effort right there from Jaylen. Like, it scores 27-2 in the first quarter, and he's hustled his butt all the way back to try and make a play on the ball. So, well done to both on that. Sabri can't get the first one. Second one no good, but he gets his own rebound. He's going to give his team another chance. Kicks it over to Lachlan Dalton. Lachlan over to Ryan. Ryan back to Chithik. Chithik takes a 2. Can't get it to go. But that was a good look again. Good shot. 6 seconds remaining. 5, 4, 3, 2. Here's John T. Can't get that one to go. As the Salties will take a commanding 27-2 lead after 1.
See, Snappy's made his way out to Palmerston. He's doing the rounds. Snappy's the mascot for the Salties.
Yeah, he was putting on quite the show last night in the first game, so I think he won it round 2 today. So, yeah, great to see Snappy out. Made the trip to Palmerston.
He does look a bit more tired today. Maybe he had too much of a show.
Didn't get his hot chocolate this morning.
Yeah, maybe he's just too far away from the salt water and he's feeling a bit sleepy. He's doing the relax round.
So let's see if I can get some stats up for you guys. It's Jaylen Brown is leading all scorers right now. He's got 10. Both John T. and Yannick have 6 points apiece. And Tom is all over the box score right now with 5 rebounds, 4 assists. He's got 3 points himself, but I know he's checking back into the game soon, and we'll see him get his offense going again. Looks like we've got Rio and Weston checking in for the first time today. So good to see Weston getting some early game action. Like I said, I was telling Fiona yesterday he got into the game quite a bit and got a mid-range jump shot to go, so that was exciting to see.
Yeah, he's a young, up-and-coming local talent. You know, Coach Ivo's really been developing him over the years, and he's been playing with the local Dingoes team, and they've also been really nurturing his development. And, you know, I've been playing him for a few years now, and he's just shining as a player. How much he's improved has been incredible.
Sick. As the Healers are going to take this possession now. And here's Lachlan Dalton down the right side. He's going to get a mid-range jump shot up. Can't get it to go. Get his own rebound. Gets tapped out. Here's Sabri. He's got plenty of time in the shot clock right now. He's going to take a three and get that one to bank off the glass. And there's 3 points for the Healers to start this quarter off.
Yeah, that's a good start for the quarter, and you know, just coming out with such confidence and strength and determination. It's very exciting.
The Salties are going to try and get Rio involved here. He gives a great no look to Sammy. Sammy can't get it to go twice. The Healers going to come up with it, and here they come. It's a big push up right there to number 15, Thomas Klein, his first action. And here's Lachlan Dalton. There's 2 points. He can't get it to go.
That was a lovely layup. He got the steal right
Missing
down
opportunities.
The other.
Like I said, this Healers team is very, very talented. They've just got to finish plays.
Ooh. So he started with the steal down the other end, brought it all the way down, and now he's got a foul, so that's a shame.
Yeah, but it's a good start to the quarter. You know, still good momentum. You know, see if they can get another stop right here and put some pressure on this Salties team. As Jalen finds Rio underneath, and Rio does a good job of getting around, getting his shot up, but can't get it to go. So Sammy with the rebound tip, can't get that one to go, and there's Thomas Klein with the rebound.
Yeah, he's strong rebounding there.
As Ryan Morris is going to push, got some 3-on-3 action going on right now. The others are trying to catch back up. Lachlan Dalton finds Thomas Klein cutting and spins, scoops. 2 points for the Healers, and here they come in this second quarter. They've picked up their defensive intensity, that's for sure. As Jalen finds Sammy cutting, Sammy kicks it to Yannick. Yannick gets it tipped, and another steal for the Healers. So Lachlan Dalton's taking care of the ball. That's going to be tipped out of bounds by Yannick. Healers ball.
Yeah, they've really come out with purpose, haven't they?
Okay, what is that? The third steal already in this quarter for him? As Ryan Morris kicks it over, can't get it to go, but that's going to be tipped and controlled by Jalen Brown. And here comes Jalen over to Weston. Weston with a mid-range opportunity. Can't get that one to go, but that's a good shot. The Healers with another rebound, and here comes Sabri with numbers. He's got Lachlan Dalton down the right side, looking for an opportunity, and there's going to be a foul right there. Jalen and Thomas Klein tied up a little bit.
Early foul just before the shot, so that's going to be side ball.
Tom O'Neal Thorne takes into the game. And here come the Healers, who've held the Salty team scoreless. There's a great pass from Lachlan Dalton. 2 points counted. Sabri Benzetti.
Just popped in there at the last minute and got that fantastic pass.
That was a great pass right there from Lachlan. Threaded the needle, and this Healers team has started this second quarter off strong. Sabri gets that free throw to go. And they are on a 7-0 run right now. 8-0 run, actually, to start the quarter. This time, O'Neal is going to set the offense. He finds Weston at the top. Weston kicks it back to Tom. Tom over to Rio. Rio takes the 2, and that is good. From me to you. Good shot, Rio. And there's the first 2 points for the Salties this quarter. Let's hear the healers come. Lachlan Dalton setting up, trying to find Ryan Morris underneath, and he does. Ryan gets the 2 up and gets another and 1 for the healers. What a splurge right now from this Red Dust team in this second quarter. Closing the gap. 29-12 is the lead now. As Ryan Morris can't get that one to go, rebound goes to Rio and the Salties, and Tom is going to get them set up. He's kicked it over to Rio. Rio finds a gap. Easy dish right there to Sammy White, and he finally gets that 2 to go. Sammy gets locked up at half court. Some good defense right there by Sabri Benzetti. Sabri gets in, finds his spot, scoops it, can't get it to go. Rebound tipped over to Weston. Weston to Tom. The Salties are going to try and push right here in transition. We're going to get hung up, and there's going to be a foul right there on Benzetti. So Weston's going to get a much-deserved break, and John T. Brown back into the game. That was a good run for Weston. Here's Yannick over to Jonty. Jonty kicks it back to Yannick. Yannick over to Tom. Tom's going to get a screen from Rio. Right back to Yannick from the middle. Yannick can't get that one to go in. The Healers are going to push right here and try and close in on this lead. As Tom Klein has the ball. Tom kicks it back to Lachlan. Sets the screen for Lachlan. Lachlan over to Ryan. Like they're trying to set Lachlan up over here on this left side. Lachlan gets a 3 up, can't get it to go. Rebound goes to Tom O'Neal Thorne, and here comes the Salties. Tom's going to find Jonty underneath, and Jonty's going to get an easy 2 up in the end. It's a great job by Jonty right there, getting to his spot and getting that 2 points. The Healers wasted no time getting back down the court. There's Ryan Morris. Can't get that one to go, but that's a good look. And there's another big pass from the Salties. Jonty's going to corral it, gets his 2 up. Can't get that one to go. It bounces right out. And Thomas Klein has come in and really made an impact on the defensive end for the Red Dust Healers. And that's going to be a foul on Yannick Blair. I don't think the Salties bench like that one too much. Going to see the coach get a bit of warning. Some subs in.
Warning to the bench. Don't see that often.
No, and I think they just weren't happy with the call because they feel like Yannick was just being physical. Not as much of a foul. He just, was beating him to the spot. But nonetheless, referees made that foul call, and it's going to be Healers' ball. They're going to set up over here. Lachlan Dalton finds Thomas Klein. Just getting the screen from Sabri. Slips that screen, gets the 2 up. Can't get it to go, but Sabri is doing a great job finding the little gaps, setting that screen, slipping it, and getting to the rim. So we're going to get a timeout here. Darwin Salties. 4.5 remaining in this first half, where we see the Salties still up big, 33-12, but this Red Dust team is not out of it.
Yeah, I think that foul down there, like their reaction was like, because it was right in front of the bench as well. It's almost like they almost went into the bench. So
yeah, it's much easier to hear a coach if you're standing right next to him. So
yeah, exactly.
I think that's why we saw the warning, but
yeah.
I think also that's why we got the timeout.
Yeah.
Get their heads back into it, let them refocus.
Yeah, and probably, try and affect some of the momentum that the Healers have come out with.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I'm going to say. They came out and hit the Salties right in the mouth. So, This is probably a really good timeout. See if they can get a good push in this last 4.5 minutes and go into the halftime with a little bit more comfortable of a lead.
The Healers will be feeling pretty good right now. Keep doing what you're doing is probably what the coach is saying.
Yeah, and stay aggressive. Stay aggressive. Keep getting into the paint. We've seen quite a few and ones, quite a few times that the Healers are getting to the foul line. It's a big advantage for them. See if you can get points with the clock stopped.
Yeah, they've got a lot more time inside the key as well. Like, it's just really, they've managed to open it up, which has helped them a lot.
And they've slowed the Salties' transition down. I think that was a big thing that gave the Salties their lead in that first quarter. And I think Thomas Klein has came in and done a great job for Red Dust on the defensive end.
Absolutely. Got those rebounds, put more pressure on the shot, so we've seen Salties miss a few more shots.
He's a tall, long-arm defender, so yeah, that would, cause some issues down there as we've seen. Sabri can't get that second one to go. And here comes Jonty Brown. Jonty looking. He's going to get a screen from Yannick. He finds Rio cutting. Rio gives a no-look to Yannick. Yannick can't get the two to go. And here's Thomas Klein pushing it up the middle of the floor. He's wheeling and dealing, gets a shot up. Can't get that to go, but that was a really good look. The Salties try and get out in transition, but again, look, there's 4 Healer defenders back already. As Ryan Morris gets a tip right there. They have stepped up their defensive effort big time.
Yeah, they're living up to their name at the moment. They're just totally yapping at the heels of the Salties for sure.
Rio's going to kick it right over the time. Who's getting a screen from Jonty. Jonty's rolling. He's going to get his 2 up and getting it in, and that's a good shot from Jonty Brown. Good offense, good patience right there by the Salties executing in the half court. The Healers wasting no time getting back down the court. Thomas Klein down there by himself, waiting for his teammates to catch up. There's a good screen from Ryan Moritz. They find Sabri in the middle. Sabri kicks it over to Thomas. Thomas is going to line up a 2. Can't get that one to go, but he's got a nice touch. So we're going to get a foul right there on Lachlan Dalton. Yeah, it's just a little bit late trying to cut off time off Neil Thorne.
That's his 3rd foul, so they'll be wanting him to keep up the defense, but not get too many more fouls, hopefully. That's always the risk, I guess, when you bring in that hard defense. So he's getting a rest now, and he has played a hard game so far.
Yeah, and a much-deserved rest, absolutely, Fiona. So Rio's going to get that initial inbound pass and set the Salties offense up on his left side. He's going to get a screen from Sammy. Shoot the 2. He likes it. He gets that one to go. Rio doing a good job down here on the defensive end right now, guarding Sabri. Mitchell Bond finds a cutting Ryan over to Thomas Klein. Thomas still can't get it to go. Oh man, he's had 3 really good looks, and I hope he does give a couple to start falling for him. The Salties are going to get Tom O'Neal throwing wide open 3 for time, and that's going to be good. And he is deadly from behind the arc. Give him a clean look like that, and that's almost automatic. As the Salties take a 40-12 lead with 2 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in this first half. Sabri Benzetti right over to Mitchell Bond. Mitchell Bond to Ryan Moritz. Moritz finds Sabri underneath, and there's easy 2 points for Sabri Benzetti. Like I said, man, he's doing a good job continuing to work down there and find those little creases. His Tom is going to get set up the offense over here on the left side. He finds Rio on the right, kicks it back to Tom, right back to Rio, and that was a great play setup for Rio. He can't get that 2 to go, but it was a good setup, good offensive execution right there from the Salties. So Yannick is really pushing hard to try and get in front of Thomas. Thomas hangs on to it, finds Ryan Moritz on the cut. Ryan's going to kick it up to Mitchell. Mitchell over to Sabri. Sabri's going to get a good screen from Thomas Klein right back to Mitchell. Mitchell from the middle, can't get that 2 to go. And here's a big pass from Thomas. Hey, great pass from Tom and a great finish from Sammy White. Jonty missed an opportunity for a steal right there, and the Healers are going to keep putting pressure on the Salties team on the offense and defensive end. As Sabri is going to find a crease, kicks it over to Ryan. Ryan's going to get a shot, can't get it to go, but he is going to go to the line shooting 2.
Yeah, Sabri and Moritz are working so good together, and geez, that behind the back pass earlier on was just fantastic, wasn't it? You know?
Oh yeah, Sabri is very, very talented, and he showcases it as we see him get a very, very much deserved rest, and Philip Turner check in for the Red Dust Healers as Ryan Moritz is going to the line shooting 2. He gets that first one to go. No good on the second. Rebound goes to Tom O'Neill-Thorne, and we're just under a minute remaining in this first half.
We got
42 to 15.
Melissa Dunn's been subbed in.
Yeah, for her first action in the day.
Good to see her.
Absolutely. As Tom O'Neill-Thorne is going to get an easy pass in to Yannick Blair. Yannick's going to get the 2 to go. He thinks he's got fouled, but ref saying play on, and the Healers aren't going to wait for him as Yannick is going to almost get a steal there. Yeah, I think he's a little bit frustrated, thought he got a foul, but, good on him to stay into the game and tip that basketball out. Yannick almost gets another steal. He's all over the place right now. Hey, man, these Salties, they do not care about what the scoreboard is, what's going on. They are going to play hard. Here's a tip from the Salties. They finally get that steal. Here is a 3-on-1 opportunity. Here's tip from Jalen back to Jonty, and there's a 2. As the Salties are going to take a 30-point lead with 15.5 seconds remaining in this first half. And that is going to be out of bounds off Philip Turner. And the Salties are going to get another chance to put some more points on the board before the half. 10 seconds left. Here's Jalen. Clock going down quick. Gets it double screen. Kicks it back over to Tom. Tom gets a 3 to go up. Can't get that one to go, but still a halfway decent look as the Salties take a commanding 46 to 15 lead at the half. I'm actually going to step away. We've got a bit of an interview right now, so I'll leave it to Fiona and let her introduce who's going to come in for you guys.
Great. Well, what an exciting first half of the game, and it's really fantastic that we've got a special guest here to talk to today. Super excited to have Janelle Thorne here with us. Janelle's Tom O'Neill-Thorne's mum. Hi Janelle, how are you going?
Hi, yeah, great, thanks.
That's good. Of course, Janelle's at every single game, so she's a regular down here. But what I'm keen to talk to her about today is just the background of of wheelchair basketball in the NT and how she's been involved in it. So yeah, Janelle, I've known you for a few years, and our kids went to school together actually. So how did you first get involved as a family in wheelchair basketball?
So our first involvement was when CJ Grogan was asked to go interstate to play in the Paralympic Youth Games, which used to be part of a national yearly event or bi-yearly event. And so another friend of mine who's a school teacher, we decided to start the junior wheelchair basketball, and we had an influx of children who were able-bodied to support the kids who had disabilities. Then CJ went off to boarding school, and Tom decided that we should continue the junior wheelchair basketball. So about 4 or 5 different schools in Darwin got together teams, and there was a few kids with disabilities, and basically Tom got to play with all of his friends once a week. We had amazing coverage from the Northern Territory News at the time, so every week we'd have an article in the newspaper.
Wow.
And that just really encouraged Tom to keep playing, and I think his friends loved it just as much as he did.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, I think people don't really appreciate that you do need other people to play against to actually develop. And I know often you'll get the comment, oh, how do you play wheelchair basketball when you're not disabled? It's such an interesting perspective from people who don't really understand that you need to build that competitive environment to be able to develop the disabled players.
Well, and as you know, as an able-bodied wheelchair basketball player, it is not an easy thing to get into a chair as an able-bodied and have the skills as a wheelchair basketball player. Because although the rules are the same generally, just the ability to push, bounce, attempt to shoot is not an easy feat. But when we had the junior competition, the little kids, they picked it up so quickly. They were fearless, they were respectful, and they just had a great time. So a lot of those children, especially Tom's closest friends, and including your daughter, they actually moved into the senior competition with Tom as well. And so our whole family played in a team at one point until Tom's friends were actually better than Blinky and I. So we then were removed from the team, and
you got subbed out.
Yes, we got subbed out, and happily in hindsight, and then he played with his friends in the Darwin comp.
Yeah, and it's so interesting. I didn't know that story about CJ, because CJ's a couple of years older than Tom, isn't he?
3 or 4 years older.
Yeah, so he was kind of like the role model, if you like.
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
And Tom had played individual sports, but he was just so keen to get into a team sport. He just loves the team sport aspect of it as well.
And we were talking earlier about those really early days when you didn't know anything about basketball. Can you tell us about how Tom sort of started to get those skills?
So when Tom also had the opportunity of going to a Paralympic Youth Games, which unfortunately is no longer for junior athletes, he was scouted by one of the Queensland coaches when he was about 11, I think, and they asked him, because Northern Territory didn't have a team, he was actually playing for other teams. He played for Tasmania, I think, in one of his first competitions, New South Wales B-side in another one, and eventually he ended up playing with North Queensland before he got into the Queensland junior side. But he was living in Darwin, so we were very fortunate to have the opportunity of Tom being coached by Timmy Duggan.
Oh, wow.
Yes, a very famous Northern Territory basketball player, and now runs a very successful Hoops for Health program. So Timmy volunteered his time a couple of mornings a week, 6 a.m. starts at Darwin Basketball Association, and Tom and I would go down before he started school, and Tim would help coach him, which was amazing because I actually had never played basketball, so I didn't know any skills to even help him out in that respect.
That's amazing. And now I know, since you've told me that, Timmy's really famous for those no-look passes that Tom does, which we were just talking about. It's like a laser precision, that pass. So I'm sure Timmy gave him some early tips there. And also those long shots. Like, he's super famous for his threes. So that's also, been a strength of Tom's. But I actually have never seen Timmy play wheelchair basketball. So was he actually a player? Or?
No, so he wasn't a wheelchair basketball player, but obviously those skills of an able-bodied player are paramount in wheelchair basketball as well. Timmy was coaching as well Mel at the time,
right?
Before she went interstate. So Mel was a big influence on Tom as well. Somebody that had already played at a high level, played internationally, so he knew that he could actually achieve it if he put the hard work in.
Yeah, so another role model that you can see those pathways. It's so important, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, he was very lucky. So he did a lot of interstate travelling as a teenager. At the beginning, his dad used to travel with him, and then didn't take us long to realise that within the wheelchair basketball community, it is an absolutely close-knit family. So we then had very trustful relationships with people interstate. We would put Tom on a plane at the age of 11, 12, 13,
wow.
And he would be picked up by somebody at an airport and then looked after for the weekend and then put back on the aeroplane to come home. So you could understand how expensive it is for him to travel, and then it was double expense for both his dad and him. So we were very lucky that we were supported by people who could take care of him over those interstate trips.
Yeah, right. And so which was the first team that he played for interstate? Was that the Spinners?
At a national league level, he played for the Spinning Bullets.
Yeah.
Yes. He played junior wheelchair basketball with Queensland in the yearly Frank Ponta Cup.
Okay.
Yeah. So
how much did he have to travel during those school years?
In the National League, every weekend.
Wow.
Generally, or every second weekend. But he also had commitments with the Australian development team. So he played his first international tournament at the age of 13. He turned 14 when he was in Dubai, and they won that tournament.
Amazing.
So that was his first international tournament. And then from there, he was in the Australian development team and then moved into the rollers.
Wow. Yeah,
team.
so he's got some good frequent flyer points up then, hey?
Yeah, very good frequent flyer points. Well, he was also fortunate to be quite a young under-23s player. So he actually played under-23s in Turkey, and then he also played in the next under-23s in Toronto in Canada. So not a lot of players get to do 2 stints at under-23s, but fortunately he was young enough to have 2 stints at under-23s, and then he moved into the rollers program.
Yeah, wow. And like you're a teacher, so balancing his education and his sporting pursuits must have been a bit of a challenge. How did he get around that?
Look, even from basketball perspective, education is very important. So it is a priority to make sure that you have a really good education.
So they're really supportive of that.
Fortunately, Tom had a reasonable mind in his head, but there were challenges.
He's a smart cookie.
There were definitely challenges. Look, we're just very grateful for the opportunities that he's had.
Yeah, great. Oh, well, thanks so much for your time, Janelle. It's been great talking to you. I think it looks like we're about to start the game again now, so we'll catch you after the game.
Thank you so much.
Okay, bye.
Going to be very different.
Right, as we get set for the second half. Healers are going to take this opening possession. There's Lachlan to Sabri, back to Lachlan. Lachlan was going to set up for a 3 there, but ends up finding a better shot. And there's 2 to go. Good start to the quarter for the Red Dust Healers.
Let's see if they come out with the same intensity. It's be great to see that continue and have a really strong...
So far so good as we get a good screen and roll right there from Yannick and Jonty. Yannick kicks it back to Jonty, and Jonty's going to get a 2 to go for the Salties as well. Good start to the quarter for both of these teams. Sabri is going to get the ball down for the Healers. Just looking to see who's going to get open for him. Kicks it back up to Lachlan. He's going to set him a quick screen. He can't get the roll, but he finds Ryan. Ryan over to Thomas. Thomas gets the shot right over the top. Can't get it to go. Can't get his own rebound either, but still making a big impact on this game, Thomas is. As Tom O'Neill Thorne gets a good no-look to Jalen, but Jalen can't get it to connect. And the Healers are going to push. So Lachlan Dalton gets a layup, can't get it to go. Rebound goes to Sabri. Sabri spins himself back and gets his 2 to go himself.
Nice spin. Great way to square up to the basket.
The Salties are going to get down the court quick. And there's going to be a foul right there on Ryan. It's going to be on the floor, but a good job on the Healers getting back that time. Weren't going to let the Salties get another easy leak-out layup.
Well, that's his first foul, so they can afford a couple of early ones to put some pressure on.
Time is going to set the offense right now. He finds Jalen in the corner. Jalen shoots a 3, can't get that one to go. And here is Lachlan Dalton with a 2, and there's another one going for the Healers.
Yep, that was ice cold cool, that one.
They have started this second half off great. The Salties are going to continue to add pressure themselves. Tom kicks it over to Jalen. Jalen back to Tom. Tom sets up for a 3, gets that one to go.
Yeah, I was just talking to Tom's mum about that Timmy Duggan special. Now I know where he learned to shoot 3s like that.
Oh, okay. Got a little bit of insight. It's good to see Tom get those 3s up because, like I said, he's deadly from behind the arc. So Lachlan Dalton's going to get a 2 to go up, and he's going to get that one to go, too. Healers are looking really good in this second half so far. Sure, they've got a little bit more confidence. Tom kicks it over to Jonty. Jonty's going to get a 3 to go up himself. He can't get that to go. Gets tipped around. Dalton contains it, and here comes some Bree. Sabri is trying to find his players. He finds Thomas Klein in the corner. Thomas is going to set up for a mid-range shot. Looks good. Can't get it to go, but he's got a nice form. I think he just needs to continue to be aggressive here. As Jalen gets cut off. Good defense right there, Sabri, and way to stay on his wheels. As Tom finds a cutting Sammy, and Sammy gets another 2 to go.
Oh, just a lovely opening there for him.
Salters can't get that steal, and the Healers are going to set up the offense, but they forgot about Sabri, and Sabri is going to take an opportunity right here. Gets into the floor. He's setting up. Takes his time, gets the shot that he wants, but can't get that 2 to go. The Salters are going to bring it up and set their half-court offense. Sabri hustles back on the defensive end. Here's Jalen, kicks it over to Tom. Tom finds Yannick. Yannick back over to Jalen. Jalen gets the 2 up. Can't get that one to go. Rebound goes to Lachlan Dalton, but stolen really quick by Jalen Brown. Great hands from Jalen. Jalen finds a cutting Jonty. Jonty kicks it back up to Jalen. Shot clock still plenty of time. There's going to be a foul right there.
It's interesting the techniques where there's such different heights. That pass Yannick Blair just did was like a giant lollipop, but you have to do that when you've got such a tall player on you, and you know, it's still a precise pass.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, the Salties have a couple of guys with some very big wingspans, and you're right. It is actually, even though it may not look like an accurate pass, like you said, it's a very good one.
Yeah, got it right where he wanted it.
Only his player could get to it as Johnsy cuts, gets his two up, and gets it in. There's Lachlan Dalton getting a big screen from Thomas Klein, freeing him up. Sabri falls, gets right back up, though, man. He's got some strength, Sabri does. There's going to be a timeout to the Healers. Darwin Salties up 55-23 with 5:14 remaining in this third quarter.
Yeah, it's a really competitive game. The score does not reflect how competitive it is. And, you know, we've got elite players here who've represented Australia and, that, you know, at many levels. So it's there's a lot of talent out there on the floor.
Jonty Brown leading all scorers right now with 14. Tom O'Neill-Thorne has 9. Jalen Brown has 10. Sammy White and Yannick Blair both have 8, rounding it out for the Salties. Sabri Benzetti has 12 points on the board for the Red Dust Healers. Lachlan Dalton has 6, and Ryan Morich, Thomas Klein round out the scoring for the Red Dust Healers. Tom O'Neill-Thorne working on a triple-double as well. He's got 9, 10, and 13, so he's only one score away from a triple-double at the moment with a quarter and a half to play. Jalen's still doing work, too, defensively. He's got 4 steals, 9 rebounds, 5 assists. Yeah, Tom and Jalen really looking like they're rounding out to be in Olympic form. As we see Lachlan Dalton finds a cutting Thomas Klein. Thomas gets a shot up. We're going to get fouled right there by Jonty. He's going to shoot 2. I feel like I've been saying Thomas's name quite a bit. He's coming to this game and really giving the Healers a big lift.
Ooh, looks like a tech foul got called.
I must not have liked that play. So looks like Lachlan Dalton's going to shoot the tech free throw. Yeah, I'm assuming it was on Jonty.
Yeah.
Didn't look like he liked that call that much, as Lachlan isn't going to get that one to go.
He's shaking his head.
Thomas can't get that first one to go. And the second one is good. Here comes Jonty, setting the offense up for the Darwin Salties. Looks like they're trying to get time set up over there, but it's a good defense by Sabri. Jonty finds Rio. Rio, quick spin. Great pass to Sammy White. Sammy over to Yannick. And they can't get that to go, but that was some beautiful basketball. Jonty right over the top. 2. Good for Jonty Brown. And what a display of basketball right there from the Darwin Salties.
That was really fantastic. Right up against the shot clock. It was all happening there.
As Ryan Morich is going to take on the ball handling duties right now for the Healers. He finds Thomas Klein cutting. Thomas looking for Lucky. Lucky can't get that one to go. Here comes Tom O'Neill-Thorne right over to Rio. Rio can't handle it, corrals it. Kicks it over to Sammy. Sammy's going to take an opportunity right here at a layup, and he's going to get it to go. And a great screen right there by Yannick Blair, and he thanks him. The Salties are picking up that full court pressure, and that's going to be out of bounds. Healers ball. Get some subs in now for the Healers. And Thomas Klein's going to get a much-deserved break as Kane Downey checks into the game. Kane Downey, Tashir Owens, Lachlan Dalton, Sabri Benzetti, Ryan Morris for the Healers. Sabri finds a cut in Lachlan. Lachlan can't handle it, but keeps the possession. Finds Sabri cutting. That's going to be tipped, though. Tipped out of bounds. Healers ball. 4 seconds remaining on the shot clock. And there's Lachlan Dalton, 4-2. Can't get it to go. Rebound goes to Johnson. Johnson tries to get Tom on a good pass up. But that's going to be a turnover, and it's going to get a Healers another possession. I think they just need to get a reset on that shot clock. That was, a full turnover by the Salties right there.
There's a lot more people here now, and the atmosphere's really cranking up. There's a bit of excitement from the crowd, and everyone's on the edge of their seats, really.
Yeah, sold out crowd looks like. I don't see too many open seats. Even next to us, there's some seating, so good turnout for Palmerston.
Yeah, a lot of young people, which is fantastic to see.
It's the Healers going to take this possession. Sabri setting up the offense, going a little bit one-on-one with Sammy, but Sammy's done a good job of stopping him. Here's a screen from Ryan Morris. Benzetti with a 2. It's good patience right there for Sabri. The Salties waste no time getting the ball back up the court. Seeing if they can take this advantage. Screen from Rio. Time finds Jonty, but just a little bit too high of a pass right there. As we see Will Crooks checking into the game for Tom O'Neill Thorne. It's Campbell message. Can't handle it, mishandles, and that is going to be an 8-second violation. Darwin Salty's ball.
It seemed like a really quick 8 seconds, but I'm sure it was accurate.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as Campbell mishandled that,
Yeah.
I think that's what killed him.
Went over, yeah. And that's where the defense can, really take advantage of that 8 seconds if they can keep them in the back court.
Yeah, as the Healers get a possession right back, it's a steal from Sabri. Gets it past Yannick. He's finding his way. Looking. Gets it over to Downey. Kane Downey for 3. Count that one. Good shot right there from Kane, the young fella. Jonty's going to push it up for the Salties down the right side. Kicks it back to the top to Rio. Rio over to Yannick. Well, good screen from Yannick. Yannick kicks it to Will, and again, a great display of basketball and teamwork from the Salties right there. And they're going to pick up that full court pressure again, and it's made it hard for the Healers so far, and they're going to turn that one over. 1:28 remaining in this third quarter.
Yeah, they don't want to get caught again with that 8 seconds, but then they've got to make sure the ball lands as well, so it's a double-edged sword.
As Yannick inbounds that one to Will. Will's going to get it back to Yannick, and Yannick's going to set the offense right now for the Salties. Gets it up to Jonty, and a great pass, great finish right there. Salties again are going to pick up with this full court pressure. Moritz tries to get it over the top. Yannick is going to tip that one off Philip Turner, and the Salties are going to get another possession.
Yeah, that defense is working well for them, and offensively they're looking a lot more comfortable than they were last quarter. They had a few easy plays, and that definitely will improve their confidence.
Yeah, I think with this lineup, as we see Jonty get another 2 to go, they're much more patient. They know who they need to work through. Jonty is doing a great job underneath, cutting, getting to his spot, as we see him get an and one right there. So you're right, they look very, very comfortable right now, and the defense has been amazing. As Jonty completes the 3-point play, just under a minute left, the Salty's going to keep up this pressure. As Ryan gets that pass up and over to Kane Downey, and here come the Healers. Here's Campbell Message. And he can't find Downey right there, just misses him.
Yeah, I think that it was a good pass, but Will Crooks just wasn't going to let Kane Downey through there. So the play was on, but the defense had their eye on
really good defense right now from the Salties. As Yannick holding on to those ball handling duties as he kicks it over to Jonty, who's been the man of the hour so far. Jonty kicks it over to Rio. Rio kicks it back to Yannick. Almost finds a couldn't Sammy, but couldn't see him. And Rio's going to take this 2 and get that one to go. You know, good patience from Rio. I know he's looking for his teammates, but he's such a good shooter from that mid-range as we saw him get that one to go. As Campbell Message corrals that one. Just 5 seconds remaining. Kicks over to Ryan Morris. Morris gets a 3 up. Can't get that one to go, but a good look. And that is going to end the quarter with the Darwin Salties up 68-29. One more quarter to go. I think we saw a big surge right there from Jonty. Yeah, now Jonty has 23 points on the game. He's shooting 71% from the field, 50% from the three-point line. He's having a night. He is definitely having a night.
He's having a morning.
Or a morning, you're right.
He might be having a day, depending on how this afternoon goes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, I think both teams are really happy with themselves, actually. Like the Salties obviously getting some plays happening that they've been wanting to work on, and the Healers are, you know, really pulling ahead and making things work as well. So it's good. They both look really happy and optimistic, and the score definitely doesn't reflect the level of competitiveness.
Yeah, I think it'll it is just going to set up this game 3 to be really, really interesting. I think the Healers have found some things that really work. I do think that the first half and the second half is, you know, a tale of 2 different halves. They've obviously scored a little bit more, so I think if they can put 4 quarters together, they'll really push this Salties team into game 3 tonight. Obviously, this one isn't over, and I know they'd like to see some good things happen for them in this fourth quarter. You know, a 40-point deficit is a bit much to cover in one quarter, but you still can get a lot from this quarter if you decide to go about it the right way.
Yeah, it looks like Mel Dunn starting off this quarter for the Salties, so
good to see Melissa getting started for the fourth quarter.
I think you said they both, she scored in the game last night, is that right?
No, she didn't score. Weston did, though.
Oh, Weston did, yeah.
But opportunity for her.
Yeah.
As we see Jalen going to come out the gate with a 3, but can't get that one to go.
Why not?
I think him and Tom had a bit of a bet right there. Going to get a foul early in. Oh, Melissa, that's all right. Get into the action, rough it up a little bit. Here come the Healers. There's Lachlan Dalton for it, too, and gets that one to go, and he looked really comfortable shooting that shot. Jalen and Tom are going to work. Tom finds a crease. But he's always looking. He finds Jalen at the top. Jalen's going to find Jonty, and Jonty's going to get another 2 to go. Great pass right there by Jalen. I even thought Jalen was going to shoot that one.
Yeah, it's really good. They're looking for Jalen inside all the time, and when he's on, he's on. So it gives them heaps of options.
Here's Lachlan Dalton trying to find space. Gets it to Ryan Moritz, and Moritz gets the 2 to go. Good start to the quarter for both teams. And that looks like it's about standing room only in here as we get more people filtering into this game. Time kicks it back to Jalen. Jalen over to Time. Time gets the 3 to go up. Can't get it to go, but he's going to get that one on the floor. Good Jonty cutting 2 up. I'm going to say he's pump faked, so he's not going to get the M1, but.
Oh, what's that rule? I don't know that one, Fred.
Well, I think they're going to say he's not in the shooting motion. So when the contact happened, I think the referee is saying that he's going down.
Okay. So he wasn't
actually in the act of shooting.
Yep. So it'll be a side ball. Gotcha.
Yep.
I don't think you see that one too often.
Yeah, I don't think Jonty agrees with it. I think Jonty felt like he went straight up. He doesn't think he brought the ball back down. But
it wasn't a very obvious pump fake. But if he was going down to go up, I get the point, yeah.
Yeah, you know, to get his momentum. I think that's more so what Jonty's saying. He's saying, this is my momentum. It was my natural shooting motion. I didn't go down to pump fake, but ref saw it differently. Nonetheless, Darwin salts his ball.
Yeah, interesting.
As they get this possession, Tom's going to have a look, but then he ends up trying to pass to Jalen, and Jalen's just a little bit too late.
Interesting to know how planned, you know, the improvisation is so important, how planned some of those moves are. They do need to be able to be reactive to the moment, don't they?
As the Salters again keeping up this defensive pressure, but there's Ryan Moritz again, finds a good spot and shoots it right over Sammy White for 2. There's Time over to Jalen. Time looks like he's trying to set up at the top as we find a cutting Jonty Brown. He says no pump fake needed for that one. 2 points to go.
Straight up.
Here's Sabri with a good cut. Good find in this crease. He gets a 2 up, gets that one to go, and the Healers on a bit of a tear right now, scoring on 3 straight possessions. So try and get a good pass up. Sammy ends up coming down with it. Jalen finds a cutting Jonty. Jonty gets that one up, and another 2 for Jonty Brown.
He's on fire.
Yeah, he's having one great game so far today.
And they're really feeding it to him, aren't they? You know, like he's getting the position and they're making sure.
Yeah, I think that's a universal basketball thing. Feed the hot hand.
Yeah.
As Ryan Moritz, ladies and gentlemen, gets another 2 to go. Count the foul and 1.
Yes, that's Mel Dunn again, but that's good to see she's in there and in the action.
Yeah, she's been mixing it up. Ryan Moritz, 6 of the last 8 points for the Healers. And he's found a good, comfortable spot over there on the right side. We saw him hit the mid-range. Then he went to the block, and now he's got this and 1 opportunity for a 3-point play. And that one's good for Ryan Moritz. Inbound goes, and here comes Jalen Brown. Jalen kicks it over to Tom. Tom getting a screen from Melissa. It looks like he was trying to set Melissa up, but she couldn't get free. Weston's going to find the three herself. Can't get that to go. Rebound goes back to Tom. Tom tries to get it to Jalen underneath. Jalen corrals it, gets it up, can't get it to go. But what great balance, what great strength displayed right there by Jalen.
Yeah, it was really graceful, actually, wasn't it? The way it just rolled off the fingers.
It was almost, he was just balancing on two wheels. As Ryan Morris can't get that layup to go, but man, he's been all over that offensive end these last couple of minutes. So it looks like Tom again trying to set up one of his young guys, and there's Weston for two. Can't get that one to go. Here comes Thomas Klein. Thomas finds a gap, spins, tries to get a good pass to Mitchell Bond. And he just couldn't handle it after that spin. So you see a sub Rio for Jalen. And I think Jalen's going to get a much-deserved rest for the rest of this game and get ready for game three's action tonight. As Tom gets that ball over to Rio. Rio's going to set up the offense. Tom working over there to get Melissa open. Is it going to be a foul on number 4, Mitchell Bond? As Weston is set to inbound the ball, enters it into Rio. Rio back to Weston. Weston shooting that shot, can't get that one to go, but he gets fouled and he's gonna shoot two. Opportunity here for Weston to get his first 2 points of the game today. That one doesn't go.
Coach Ivo's not coaching today, but he's yelling out from the sidelines, giving him some tips.
Yeah, the coaching never stops, I can guarantee that. And the first one, no good. And here comes Sabri Benzetti for the Red Dust Healers. It gets into a good spot. Great balance from Sabri. It gets that two to go. Tom finds Weston. Weston over to Melissa. Melissa with a two of her own, but she can't get that one to go. Rebound to the Salties. It looks like they're trying to get Melissa. They find her again underneath. She creates some space, gets into her spot, gets 2 points. Great job, Melissa Dunn.
I was really patient, actually, because she had Sabri right on her, and she just took her time and made sure she was comfortable.
Yeah, and you're right, patience. She was very patient down there. As the Healers are going to get right back to the paint. Sabri can't get that one to go. Sammy kicks it right back to the Healers, though. They're going to get a fresh shot clock out of that. Lachlan Dalton lines up 3, and that's going to be an air ball. And Tom and Weston bringing that ball up for the Salties. Rio calling for the screen, but can't get it. Gets it from Melissa. Sets Weston up. He wants the 3. Can't get that one to go. Unfortunate.
He got the range, but didn't quite hit the ring.
Sweet Red Dust is going to push it. Just 4 minutes remaining in this game. It's a pass underneath the Thomas Klein. He gets his shot up. Can't get that one to go. Feel bad for him because he's had quite a few good looks today and they just haven't fallen. As Rio tries to get time cutting, but he wasn't looking, and that's going to be a foul on Melissa Red Dust ball. I think Tom is thanking her because he knows if she didn't foul, Red Dust had an opportunity to score right there.
Yeah, he said, "You got my back. Thanks for that."
Here come the healers. Pass up to Dalton. Dalton over to Moritz. Moritz to Benzetti. Benzetti back up to Dalton. Dalton for the 2. Can't get it to go. Rebound goes to Time. Time kicks it to Weston. And here comes Weston down the left side of the floor. Setting up the offense. Kicks it over to Time. He's going to get a screen from Sammy. Rio cuts down the middle. Tips it over to Weston. What a beautiful pass. But Weston can't get it to go. I don't think Weston realized how open he was. He rushed that one.
Yeah. Yeah, well, no one was expecting that pass. I mean, obviously Weston was, but the defense would be like, what's happening?
Crafty vet move right there by Rio.
Totally.
You see Will Crooks checking in for Tom O'Neal Thorne. Tom's probably going to get his rest until game 3. Stockton Dalton was going to take the 3, but decides to get into the lane, gets a 2 up. Can't get that one to go, but a rebound right there by Teixeira. Tipped out of bounds. Going to remain Healer's ball. It's a Bree Benzetti. Back over to Dalton. Dunn finds Moritz. Moritz back to Dalton. Dalton's going to take the 2. Can't get that one to go. Rebound goes to Tom Klein. Kicks it back out to Dalton. Dalton's going to set the offense. He finds Klein underneath. And Klein's finally going to get that easy 2 to drop it. And I know he gets a sigh of relief right there. As Weston is going to continue to take over the point guard duties for the Salties, setting the offense up. Gets a couple of screens. Finds Rio. Now Rio's going to get the offense going. Finds Weston cutting on that right side. Weston back up to Melissa. Melissa back to Weston. Weston's going to have a shot. Can't get that one up. You had to rush it. Substitutions for Red Dust. Looks like Mitchell Bond's going to check back into the game. And Chithik Matron. The Healers have 2 minutes remaining in this game. 76-44. Dalton's going to have an opportunity at it. Can't get the 2 to go. Here comes Rio. Rebound, kicks it over to Melissa. Melissa over to Sammy, and Sammy's going to push the ball up the floor for the Salties. He's got to get back down here to help out Rio. And there's 2 points for Sammy White. Here's Sabri Benzetti setting the table. Finds an opportunity to get Thomas Klein another look. He can't get that one to go. Gets his rebound, can't get that one to go. But that third time is the charm. Thomas Klein. .120 remaining in this game with the Salties up 78-46. Rio getting locked up right here by Dalton. And Dalton with some great defense right there on Rio. Looks like Red Dust really want to get something out of this possession.
Yeah, there's a lot of communication going on.
Yeah, it looks like that's a horn set and a screen. Chithik is going to take the 2. Can't get it to go. Just under a minute remaining in the game. The Salters are going to try and make a couple of these final possessions really count. Is Rio setting it up. Finds Sammy. Sammy over to Will. Will kicks it back to Sammy. Sammy gets a 2 up. Can't get it to go. Rebound, Melissa Dunn. She can't get that one to go. Gets her own rebound again. Kicks it back to Sammy.
That's a tough position under the basket there.
Yep, Sammy tries to get a cutting Rio. He can't get to it. Rebound to Thomas Klein. Thomas kicks it up to Mitch Bond. Mitch Bond with an opportunity at a layup, and that's good for the Healers. 19.4 remaining in this game.
Yeah, strong hands by Thomas Klein there.
Here come the Salties. It looks like Will is quite content with running this one out. And the Salties are going to take game 2. Will jacks up a terrible three-point shot.
Oh.
I think he thought that the
was a
shot
buzzer.
clock was running out.
Yeah.
So he didn't want to get the turnover, so fair to you, Will. But that is just the game clock as the Salties are going to take game 2, 78-48. Great job by the Salties. Great job by Red Dust. Don't miss game 3 action tonight. We'll be back at Ventia Stadium at 6 p.m. I am joined by Fiona Husson.
Yeah, thanks, Fred. Great game. We'll see you tonight.
Yep, and we'll see you guys tonight.
Okay.